I want to talk to you today about it's already defeated. We all face situations that should hold us back. What we're up against is bigger and stronger. It's easy to live in fear, intimidated, thinking that it could never work out. But the scripture says in 1 John chapter 4, because you belong to God, you have already defeated the enemy. And what you're up against has already been defeated. God is not in the heavens fighting with the enemy, trying to free you, heal you, deliver you, favor you. The battle has already been won. 2,000 years ago, when Jesus came up out of the grave, He defeated everything that can hold you back. He took care of it once and for all. The scripture says He rendered the enemy powerless. One translation says He brought him to naught. Naught means zero. Wasn't even close. It was a shutout. Here's the beauty. Because you belong to God, because you're His child, you have already defeated the enemy. Anything you face in life, you need to see it as defeated. Don't pray for victory, pray from victory. Father, thank you that I am free. I am healed. I am forgiven. I am prosperous. I am victorious. But the challenge is, even though our enemy is defeated, he makes a lot of noise. The scripture says he goes about as a roaring lion. He's not a lion. He can't overpower you. He can't control your destiny. He's like a lion. That means he's loud. He'll roar negative thoughts. That sickness will be the end of you. You'll never meet the right person. You've made too many mistakes. There's nothing good in your future. Do yourself a favor. Ignore the roar. Don't believe his lies. When those thoughts come, just give him the zero sign. Remind him, you have no power over me. You've already been defeated. Because I belong to God, I will walk in victory. I will live and not die. I will prosper and succeed. I will stay in peace in the midst of the storm. When you know what comes against you has already been defeated, it changes your outlook. You won't live in fear, worried about your future, letting doubt hold you back. You'll move forward knowing that God has already taken care of anything you'll face. The path has already been cleared. It says in Daniel, the people who know their God will be strong and do exploits. When you know your God and what He's done, that He's already defeated the enemy, that He's taken away his power, that He's brought him to zero, then you will be strong. You won't be moved by opposition. You won't fall apart when trouble comes. You won't give up because someone did you wrong. You know it can't stop your purpose. You'll not only have a supernatural strength, but you'll do exploits. You'll take your family to a new level. You'll break addictions that have held you back. You'll accomplish dreams bigger than you've imagined. Have the right perspective. Whatever enemies you face, enemies of fear, enemies of depression, enemies of sicknesses, enemies of insecurity, they have already been defeated. Now here's the key. If you don't realize this, you can let a defeated enemy keep you from your destiny. Years ago, there was a missionary in Africa. He was traveling by horseback down this narrow, winding trail. It was a hot Sunday afternoon. He was on his way to one of the little villages. As he approached a sharp turn in the trail, the horse stopped and wouldn't go any further. It sensed that something was wrong around the corner. He couldn't make the horse go. He finally got off and looked around the curve. There was a huge snake, about 10 feet long, very thick, curled up right in the middle of the path, basking in the sun. He had his head hidden under this small flat stone. The man's heart was gripped with fear. He'd been warned about how dangerous and poisonous the snakes were. He didn't know what to do. He didn't have any kind of weapon. There was no way around the path. It was thick with trees and brush on each side. After about 15 minutes, he got his nerve up. He picked up the biggest rock he could possibly find. He was going to throw it on top of that flat stone where the snake was hiding his head. He moved very cautiously forward, trembling with fear, the back of his mind thinking, what if I miss? What if I don't kill him? Just make him mad. He may turn around and bite me. Amid all those fears, with the adrenaline flowing, he hurled that rock on top of the snake with all of his might. Much to his surprise, the snake didn't move. He got a little closer and suddenly realized the snake was already dead. Someone passing that way before him had crushed the snake's head and just left him lying in the path. The good news is someone has already been down our path and cleared it of everything that could harm us.